everyone. I was planning to do a more in-depth, heavily edited, funnier video to talk about this whole thing, but IRL stuff is getting pretty bad. I don't need to do all that. So instead, I will just ramble on for a few minutes talking about what I wanted to talk about in said edited video. Alright, so when I upload this, it would have been 1 year since the Switch 2 was revealed. And in that time, it has sold over 15 million units. By the time I'm done recording this VO, we should have the specific numbers, because it's usually every 3 months, because quarterly earnings. But in mid-December, it's earned over 15 million. Surpassed 15 million, I should say. And thinking about that, I just want to talk about the future of this console, because obviously we're going to have this console for 5 or 6 years, maybe 7, but let's not push it that far. First thing I want to go over is Zelda's 40th anniversary. It has been starting since January 1st, at least when I'm uploading this. It hasn't started yet when I'm recording. And there have been rumors of an Ocarina of Time remake from the ground up in 4K, and the likelihood that's happening, it's a 50-50. I want it to happen, but we won't know until they give official word, probably in a February Direct. Or it could be a January Direct, it could be sooner, I don't know. The idea of an Ocarina of Time remake makes sense. It's celebrating not only 40 years of Zelda, but it's almost been 30 years since Ocarina of Time, so I think it just makes sense. Whether or not they do it, it's still up in the air. Another thing they'll most likely do for this year is a brand new 3D Mario. I wish it was last year, but instead we got Donkey Kong Bonanza, which is already a pretty good game. I'm not a big Donkey Kong fan. I like Mario more. And Mario just feels more versatile. Donkey Kong was a very bit... It was a fun game. This is not something I was looking forward to. Anyway, what this new Mario game will most likely be is a open world game. But due to the nature of 3D Mario, I think it's going to be a collectathon in which you need a certain amount of in-game collectibles, like the special collectible for that game in particular, to progress. And obviously, the amount you need to beat the game will not be the total. I think, fair estimate, an eighth of the total to beat the base game. Seems fair enough, considering that was what Odyssey was, like 124, and then a total of 880 moons. I'd say it's fair, but very fair to have that amount. In terms of naming, codename suggests it's good. No. The codename for this game is SP Red, with the red being referring to Mario because he wears red. SP is an abbreviation for special, so it might be something to do with special celebration, like obviously it's 40 years, which has come and gone already, but that's probably still the idea. So a possible idea for a name would be Super Mario Legacy. I think that's a valid name for a game to celebrate a long history. Although, what I want in terms of 3D Mario is not a new game, but that's still what I want overall. But in terms of relevancy of this year, a from-the-ground-up remake of Super Mario 64, considering it's been 30 years. Come June, it would have been 30 years since that game released. And I think, well, why not? I know you could play it on NSO, and for some people, 3D All-Stars. I feel like it would just be a nice touch to do a from-the-ground remake in 4K, add extra content. It would be amazing. Whether or not that happens is pretty unlikely. It's very unlikely it might happen. I want it to happen. I really want it to happen. But I'm not getting my hopes up. It's more of a wishful thinking thing. And obviously, that's mostly this year. Come 2027 beyond, we don't really have a big game to, like, get the hype up. So, I think... No, 26. Third or fourth year, 2027 or 2028, I believe, is when we'll see some form of Smash Brothers. Whether it be Switch 2 edition of Smash Ultimate, they could easily do that. Add a third booster course pass specifically for Switch 2 players. Or a brand new Smash that cuts the fat, trims the fat. Like, cuts the character roster in half, refines the moveset of characters, including the veteran ones. We'll keep the veteran 12, no matter what, even the ones that suck. And just make them feel, relevant for the modern day. Like, all those characters could use a moveset revision, and DK might get his Bonanza design because that's the push we're going for. And the day that happens is the day history is made. Like, the Smash Ultimate hype cycle was a big one. No matter what you say, Smash Ultimate had an amazing hype cycle. From start to end, which I'm considering the end to be when Sora was revealed in, like, October 2021. It was a good run. It was a good run. And they could capture lightning in a bottle with a new Smash. I mean, already it's going to be amazing with the 4K visuals. But a refined moveset, trim the fat, just something to keep the life cycle going. It's always Mario, Zelda, and Smash. And this year, we're going to have some form of Zelda, some form of Mario. All there's left is Smash, which I think they're going to hold over to 2027 because, well, I mean, Sakurai was working on Air Riders instead. But now he has ample opportunity to work on Smash. I don't think it will hold up to the hype of Ultimate, but it'll still hold up hype because it's Smash Brothers. So, those are my thoughts. And honestly, likely there's going to be some sort of Zelda. It's either a port of some kind or a ground-up remaster for Zelda. 3D Mario of some kind, either a brand new one. I'm hoping for a remake of 64 because that would be cool. And then in the future, definitely Smash Brothers. I hope you enjoyed my ramble and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm sorry I couldn't make this a full-fledged, heavily edited video, but I'm not in the mood to take that risk right now because of how my IRL situation's going, and it's pretty bad. So, I might not be making content for the next few months, so when I do, I'll be sure to go full force. Thank you, and I'll see you again next time.